Hello and welcome to the Sports Pitch Podcast, the NRL Round 11 preview. How are we today, fellas?
The usual.
Yeah, just leave it. It's good.
How are we?
How are you?
Good, bro.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you get a haircut?
Last week.
Why did I just notice it?
Because I look good for this podcast.
You do look good.
It's the jersey.
It is
I
the
look
jersey.
after myself.
That's a solid jersey.
Madman. Does not say
Don't do
no.
that. Don't do
It
that.
doesn't say no.
Don't do that.
Moe, how are
I'm good.
you?
I'm great.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's great.
It's kicking
No
on.
one cares anyway.
Alright, sweet. Nice. Before we start, apology to the Waz fans. There's a few comments on our last video saying we spent like 15 minutes talking about the Dragons-Warriors game, and we spoke roughly around 2 minutes about the Warriors. We have to give them their flowers before we start.
We do. Well, I was trying to talk about him.
Yeah, but well, you know what? Mo's a Dragons fan. Everyone knows that, I'm sure.
Emotions just ran high.
And the emotions were running high. The guy was talking from the heart. When you get that,
Just let him go.
you got to let it flow.
Yeah.
Right.
And we do love the Waz. Anyone that's been here long enough, we had a Waz flag flying high last year.
I said round 16. If they're still in the top four,
Flying
we're
back
flying the we're flying the cloud. We're flying the flag.
We're always flying in the clouds.
All right. All right, we're flying the flag. All right, but no, that performance. It says a lot about a team when you're second best,
But you still win.
but you still get the victory.
Yeah, 100%.
That's signs of a solid team, and that's what they were. The Dragons scored more tries, but they stayed in it. They stuck throughout the hard times. They done what they had to do to get the win.
They've done enough to win.
That's exactly right. They done exactly what they needed. Their big players stepped up when they needed it. For example, Metcalf, right, scoring the try, kicking all the goals.
Yeah. Look, it wasn't their best performance. It
No.
was a dirty game.
It was 100%.
But you come out on top.
They're the ones that matter at the end of the season.
100%.
You know what we forget? That arguably one of the biggest signings of the off-season
Yep.
was Fisher Harris.
And their
And
captain.
he's missing.
Massive out.
And in any other team, we'll talk about it, that's a massive out.
Yeah.
But Warriors they've become so good where it doesn't look like he's missing.
It hasn't affected them, bro.
And we forget also one of the biggest signings 2 years ago, Tuivasa-Sheck.
Yeah,
And he's still one of the most damaging ball runners in the game.
100%.
So big ups to the Waz.
And they've done all that, and they're sitting in second now
Second, that's crazy.
without arguably their two most inspirational players.
Influential.
Influential. When it comes to inspiration, Fisher Harris.
Yeah.
Well, right? He's their captain. There's a reason for it. He's not captain just because he came from the penalty system. No, the guy's a leader. And everything they're doing up there, wow. And especially everyone thought, like myself included, all of us here, we had him out of the top 8.
Oh, I had him, like bottom
We,
6 or
we had him low.
I still don't have him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably, but it's a crazy season.
I've got him in. To do what you're doing without Fisher Harris, Tuivasa-Sheck, and some of the weeks without Klokstad.
Klokstad has played, I think, 3 or 4 games this year.
And
But his replacement's been solid.
yeah,
I agree, but it's a thing New Zealand have never had. The Warriors
Yeah.
have never had that team where a big player gets injured and the next guy comes up and he
Never.
takes over. It's never happened.
Yeah.
But now they've
They're
got it,
finally getting
and
depth.
we'll give you your flowers. Well done, the Waz.
and Andrew Epstein to do what he's doing for Aaron Clark. Wow.
Aaron Clark, revelation.
Wow.
Bro, we didn't even talk about that try-saving tackle he made.
Yeah.
That was the game.
Well, no,
who was it against? We held him up over the line. I can't remember, but it was amazing one-on-one
Cook, I think, maybe
try-saving
Cook.
tackle. I can't remember who it was. And Aaron Clark's been fantastic. Fantastic. Webster, to go from the season he had his first year and then fell off a cliff last year,
To bring it back.
to bring him back up with arguably the same squad minus a few players we spoke about, Aaron Clark and James
Minus
Fisher-Harris.
who?
They're big.
Fanua Blake, bro.
Okay, that's
That
very
is
true as well.
That is a
Fanua Blake
big,
left.
big loss.
Yeah, and we were
Okay.
saying how they're going to replace him.
Yeah, and they're doing just fine without him.
Well, they picked up players that even Carla doesn't rate in Jackson Ford and whatever.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, but
But I'm saying he's got him with the Dragons. Ford wasn't playing like this.
yeah, it wasn't a starter.
So he's got him playing the way, even if AFB is gone, these blokes are stepping up, not to his caliber, but they're
Yeah.
stepping up to do the job.
Agreed. Good on them. We love the Waz, and we hope that make you happy, guys. We hope that makes you happy. All right, let's get started. Round 11 kicks off Friday night. No Thursday night game with the Newcastle Knights versus the Parramatta Eels. Ins and outs. Let me just bring it up because I have notes today.
Yeah.
No, it's all
Done his
that.
work.
Look at that.
He's stepping up.
Look at that. All right, Greg Mazu's out. He's replaced by a debuting Fletcher Hunt. Leo Thompson is also out. He's replaced by Frizzell in the props. Adam Elliott goes to lock. And that says Thomas Cant coming back onto the bench. Now for the Parramatta Eels, a big in. Zach Lomax returns. He pushes Simonson out, who I think is injured.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
he did.
You won't get rid of him.
Yeah. Simonson? He's been so good for him.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By far his best year.
You can't get rid of him. Even chuck him on the wing, bro.
Yeah, but he got injured. And then on the bench, Tony Matale, not sure how you say it. He takes Charlie Guyman's spot on the bench, who I think as well is out injured. They're the ins and outs. The Newcastle Knights are going to get a first-hand look at what they paid $1.3 million for.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing all right lately.
Yeah, well,
Now that Moses is back.
thank you. That's the thing with Moses.
So they're going to base it off now him playing 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a shit go because they're going to get a root shock next year when he comes to play 7.
Yeah.
Well, they've seen it. They've seen how he plays in 7, but obviously it's going to be made by him being 6 for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, fuck, what a signing.
Yeah,
And
well,
he's
it's
going to
so
come
good.
there and he's going to shaft it.
Absolutely nothing. Fletcher Sharp has been fantastic for the Knights. I think he's been their best player by far. I did think Dominic Young was going to be in by this time, but they stuffed up with the signing. We spoke about it a bit yesterday.
Yeah, but what I was saying was right. You guys were saying that they sorted it out. They didn't sort it out.
It got sorted out, but it's too late to get him in. He hasn't signed yet.
Well, the Roosters did agree to pay $250 of his contract.
Yeah, but
No, so I don't know where you guys are getting that from.
What?
It's changed. So now Knights believe that, so Roosters don't want to pay, and Roosters come out and said that Knights wanted him. We didn't want to let him go. So
I'll
it's
say
all a
that
PR move, obviously, because of financial reasons, and they haven't even come to a conclusion yet.
Oh, well, he can stay playing reserve grade at the Roosters.
he can, yeah. But I thought by now, if it all turned out well, he would have been in his team.
No, there's a
I think depending on how this debutant goes this week, then the Knights have to make a decision whether.
I think
they
James
want to-
Schiller's got to go.
but so they
He's been
need
very
Dominic
poor.
Young, but
Hey, well, he's their biggest meter eater. You know that, yeah.
Who's this?
James
Schiller?
Yeah,
Because everyone kicks
no,
to him.
he's not.
He is.
Mazu.
Schiller runs more.
No, he doesn't.
Check
No,
it.
he no
Surely
way he
not.
does.
I
man.
can't.
He does.
By the way, what's wrong with Mazu?
Hamstring.
He's injured.
How long's he out for?
It'll be at
5
least
weeks?
4 or
6
5
weeks?
Was that in your notes?
No.
You want everything in the notes?
Let's see. Greg Mazu is 8th with 1,700 metres.
Yeah,
Right?
no way. What are you saying?
Yeah. And who's the other guy you're talking about?
Schiller.
Schiller is...
No way near, man.
Schiller is...
Why would you think that?
Schiller
Knights fan told
is... Did they?
Yeah.
They're off their head.
He's a Knights fan. They're delusional.
Schiller.
That's true.
Look, I'm still throwing for Schiller.
Yeah, just let it go.
Okay,
man.
he's not in the top 50.
Oh my
Yep,
goodness.
Schiller's not in the top
Whoever
50.
told you
Where
that?
the
So
hell-
that Knights
Whoever told you
fan...
that believes Dylan
I'm
Brown's
gonna
going to
have
change the team.
I'm gonna have a word with him tomorrow, bro. This bloke.
Yeah.
Sold me a
No,
lot.
so yeah, it's a game that
It's a perfect game for Lomax to come back in.
yeah, I swear to God, it's a game like I'm trying to make something out of it.
No, it's just if there's ever a game where Moses wants to secure his origin spot and Lomax to put his hand up, this is the game against Knights.
This is the perfect game for Lomax.
This is the perfect game.
I don't know
Because who's he up against? Schiller.
Yeah. Whoever's up against, even the debutant is going to get
Fletcher
fucking
Hunt.
bummed.
and Fletcher Hunt has no picture, so there's no face.
Yeah, so I'll say Eels will put a number on him.
Yeah, easily, surely.
Yeah, I've got Eels 13.
Did you
Yeah,
see? Did
it
you
was
see the
13+.
the odds?
The odds
It was
are
paying $2.14.
$2.17.
I don't know why I know that. but-
$2.17.
We don't condone betting here.
The Knights are $1.69. I have no idea why.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
people.
Well, it'll
No.
change before the game. This
Yeah,
is-
but why are they favourites?
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Move on to the Bulldogs versus the Roosters, a game that's shaping out to be very, very fun. The ins and outs. Let me just get them up. Salmon out for the Bulldogs. He's replaced by Harry Hayes. Excuse me. Harry Hayes. Seeing Luke Smith come in to make his debut off the bench.
you mentioned
Mentioned him last week. He's a gun.
He looked so good in the trials.
He's a gun for what we've seen him play in New South Wales Cup.
Yeah, in trials.
Doesn't always and trials doesn't always transition to
Yeah, 100%.
NRL, but he looks the goods.
Yeah. He does. He looks like a good player. And then for the Roosters, big in Lindsay Collins returns from his injury, pushing Fiketti out of the team. That is both teams. Like I said, I think it's going to be so fun to watch.
This is why I wore the jersey, because you know what? This game always delivers. And there's so much history involved in this game.
Yeah.
And I reckon it'll be a good game. This is
It'll
probably
be a very
game
good
of the round, I reckon.
It'll be a very good game.
It'll be very good. Now, the Bulldogs have pretty much defended everything except for a very fast start. Right, we could, when the Broncos came out and just went bang, we couldn't keep up with them. Right, they didn't get into the grind with us, the Broncos, at all.
Yeah.
They played their style, didn't even focus on us, and it worked. The Roosters have an X factor named James Tedesco.
Mm-hmm.
How we're going to deal with Teddy, I have no idea. But this is where the game comes down to. If we can stop Teddy, we win the game. Plain and simple.
It's going to be a fucking very hard ask.
Yeah.
He's on fire. He's on fire.
And they're gelling like they haven't gelled all year.
Yeah,
And they love beating these top teams.
they do.
They love beating people like Penrith, Melbourne.
They beat the Broncos the first
They
time
love
they
beating
played.
yous. Every time he's verse, I feel like they get the upper
It's
hand on
been a
you.
while
Since they've beaten you.
since we beat them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
Maybe
what do you
last
mean?
year. Last year
We beat them
got
last year, round
last year
4.
got 'em.
In the rain.
Not round 4.
In heavy rain, yeah.
Was it round 4?
Round 4, round 5.
Yeah, yeah. But no, our last, I think it's like 20 games. I think we have 4 wins against them, which is crazy.
Well, it's the Roosters. They've been
Yeah.
up there for the last 8
Of
years.
course, they
Agreed.
deserve their flowers.
Agreed.
So,
But no, I feel like this game comes down to, can we stop Teddy? Because if we can't stop Teddy, Sandon Smith gets a roll on. If we can't stop Teddy, the forwards get a roll on. If we can't stop Teddy, the back line, which has been a revelation since Zabri got dropped, Dominic Young, they've been unbelievable.
Yeah.
Robert Toya finally looks like the Robert Toya that they've been talking about for the last couple of years now.
Is their halfback back?
Who?
The Roosters?
Who? Savala?
Sam Walker.
He was never out.
Yeah, he was. He was out last week.
Savala wasn't out. It was Thing that was out. Sandon Smith. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's-
back. But he missed it because he had a bye. So it doesn't tell you in and out. But no, he's going to... if we can stop Teddy, I think we'll go a long way. Do I think we can do it? Of course I do. What do you reckon?
Well, I got the Bulldogs, 1-12. But I don't think we can stop Teddy. I think the best of teams can't stop Teddy.
No one can stop Teddy.
I don't think the game plan will be to stop Teddy. I think we'll just dominate the forward pack.
Stop everyone else.
Because no matter what, Tedesco's always going to implement his game plan. Don't get touched, slippery, and game
Pass.
meters.
And then pass.
But their forward pack gets a roll on. We just got to stop their momentum. I reckon this is a big game of momentum.
100%.
And if Bulldogs can get that roll on, first 20, 30 minutes, will be sweet. So
Yeah.
I'll go Bulldogs in at 112.
Yeah. If we could do that, we'll win 13 plus.
Yeah,
If we can get momentum, we can win 13 plus. But I'm not saying we're winning 30 plus. I think Bulldogs 1-12.
I have Roosters 1-12.
Why? Teddy?
I just named everything for you.
Teddy?
Because they love beating big teams. They're getting a fucking proper momentum.
Just call us a big team.
He's the first. If I don't call you a big team, who am I going to call a big team?
Continue
He's
that.
got the biggest team this year.
Oh, calm down.
Did he grow? Yeah, no, but they love knocking off the ladder leading people.
Yeah, I agree. This is like, I was very excited for Canberra last week. I'm very excited to see us go up against 2 quality teams 2 weeks in a row. I want to see where we are, because when it comes to semis, that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no easy game, and this is not an easy game.
No.
All right.
I was more confident with the Raiders game though. So
This again, like I honestly believe it's all about Teddy for us. Because you're saying let Teddy play his game. What, line break after line break? Go.
Yeah,
run.
but so Teddy is like he just rolls off the forwards a lot.
Yeah.
He gives them that momentum, they give it back to him.
Agreed.
So if we can stop that momentum and Teddy can just sort of do what he wants, but as long as we stop that 4-pack from rolling, which I think we've got the mobility for it,
Yeah, I understand.
and the gas tank, we can do what we want.
They are a very big 4-pack.
They are, bro. Lindsay Collins back.
Yeah,
That's
Lindsay
huge.
Collins
And for
back.
Queensland,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Very big 4-pack. All right, we move on to the Dolphins versus the Warriors. Let's go UWAs. All right, we didn't talk about yous. We're talking about yous now. For the Dolphins, they are 1-18. The Warriors, welcome back James Fisher-Harris.
Harif.
James Fisher-Harris, who takes Jackson Ford's spot. He's out. Bunty Afoa is out, and he's replaced by Samuel Healy on the bench. RTS named on the extended bench once again.
He gets named.
Surely.
I reckon it's
Yeah,
Nate.
sure,
If
because
it's fit, if it's fit.
and they've also they've got Kurt Capewell on the in the centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the easy
Which has
swap.
been pretty good lately.
100%,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's an easy swap. Kurt
Capewell.
Capewell up to the second row. Halasema back to the bench, where I think he's unbelievable off the bench.
Yeah, I feel like he's more of an impact player off the bench.
He's
Halasema?
yeah,
55,
Ever
60
since he's been
minutes?
starting, he's been good,
yeah.
but he hasn't been showing
He
what
doesn't have that punch
Yeah,
when
that
it comes on fresh.
100%.
Agreed. I think that's what they do. This is such a fun game.
It's going to be a mad game.
Yeah, this looks like just an exciting game. Anything can happen. Two teams who love to use the ball, have excitement all over the field.
Yeah, pace, good halfbacks.
Yeah, it's going to be... But two different halfbacks.
Yeah, I know.
Very quality
Very,
halfbacks,
very
but
different,
very different halfbacks. I can't wait to watch this game. Who do you got?
Bro, this is a 50-50 game. I'm going to go Warriors because of the players they got back. So I got Warriors, close game.
Yeah, I got Warriors 1-12.
I got Dolphins on to 12.
Yeah, it's very hard.
I just feel like Katoa's game management is another level, and it keeps going up another level every fucking week. It just shows at his age how good he is.
You know what's crazy? Katoa's greatest, like his best performance in first grade came up against a full-strength Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
How many players can say that?
Well, at the moment, no one.
No one.
He done it comfortably too.
He had him on a spit. It was unbelievable. This kid's a superstar.
They just the fact that you just chose the Dolphins shows you how far they've come.
Yeah.
In a span of 3 years. So imagine what they can do in 5, 6, 7 years.
100%.
If they keep building like this,
Yeah, and
it'll be fantastic.
They just build a team around.
They just need a forward pack.
They do.
Yeah, well,
That's all they're missing.
they are I reckon they're the hardest working forward pack because of their
Well,
age and but as long as they keep building around Hammer, Farnworth, and Katoa, bro, this team will only get better.
I completely agree. I think their next step, right, when Cody, because how old's Cody Nicarima now? He's 31, right? He's getting a bit on.
Still very dangerous, but
He's very good. He's so dangerous. But
He
the guy-
complements Katoa's playing games.
That's
so
what I was
well.
going to say. For their future, whoever they bring in to replace Nicarima at 5'8",
Has to be similar.
not similar, but he has to suit Katoa's style.
100%.
Has to suit Katoa's style if you're dead set.
Yeah.
All right. Now, for the Warriors, we hardly talk about Harris Tavita. He's been such an unsung hero for this team.
He has.
Honestly.
He also has complemented Metcalf so well.
Yeah, and what's crazy is Harris Tavita, when you think about him, you think runner.
yeah,
The guy was a runner. But now he's put it in the back pocket.
His kicking game.
his short kicking game.
Yeah.
Short kicking games, elite.
Yeah,
Elite, right? He's put the running game in the back pocket. He runs when he has to.
Yeah.
But he's let Metcalf just, here you go.
yeah.
Giving him the keys. And it's funny that he's an unsung hero because they tried so many different pairings for Metcalf.
Yeah.
And this is the only one that worked and he doesn't get his flowers.
Yeah, and we at the beginning of the year, we were so wrong. We said, why isn't Tamara Martin a 5'8"?
Yeah.
we
We
all
did.
said that,
Yeah.
We were so wrong. Because this kid has absolutely killed it for him.
Is he arguably probably most underrated player in the comp? As far as
He's up there.
He's
He's up there.
good teams, he is probably the most underrated.
Yeah,
player.
well,
He's
they
up
are
there.
second for a reason.
Yeah.
No one mentions him,
No one talks about him.
and I don't think Metcalf can do what he wants unless,
Harris Tavita's there doing what he does.
Harris Tavita does what he does,
100%, I agree.
and
100%.
his short kicking game, bro,
It's elite.
It's become levels.
Yeah, no,
beyond
it's
what it
elite.
was.
It's
I
elite. The guy, every time you see him put in a grubber, it never goes out.
Yeah,
It never goes out.
Yeah, it's always dangerous.
Yeah, he's such a good player, unsung hero. And like we said, James Fisher-Harris, off the bat, we said it.
oh my god,
He's back, and I think that's what you said. The playing is returning. RTS, James Fisher-Harris. I think there's going to be a difference in this game. But again, can't wait to watch it. Move on to a game that Cowboys Eagles. Are you looking forward to this game?
I feel like there's going to be points in this game.
there'll be. I reckon there'll be points, but these both teams are very similar, very inconsistent.
Very.
Both halves are chopping. I don't know why Cows have just changed their halves.
Tripped me
That's
out.
weird.
Tripped me
I
out.
spoke to Kate at the gym today. I didn't know Purdue was actually
Yeah, he's a
half.
5'8".
I don't think anyone knew that.
Purdue's a 5'8".
Did you know that?
Yeah. Purdue's
Yeah.
5'8".
He
But
just
he's been their best player.
he's looked so good as
He's
a
so
center.
good in centers.
You don't even know he
And
played in half.
He's what, 19? Purdue's a gun. Now, ins and outs, right? Jake Clifford's been dropped. I have no idea why. No
He's
idea.
been good for him.
He's been
Like,
very
and they drew against Penrith last week. It's not like they got mopped.
That's the concerning thing. Why is he dropping someone that just drew to Penrith?
I don't know. It's not like they lost 64-0 or something.
Is it the field goal attempt?
I don't know. Maybe pissed him off.
It's not always a bad thing. Like, he could have such high standards of his team when I told Payton, even especially Clifford being the halfback.
Do you think Clifford done anything wrong?
Is it
No,
justified?
but I'm saying, like, he's got
No
such
way.
high standards. I'm saying, like, maybe he expected more out of him. Maybe something happened in training.
You'd understand
Now,
that
the
if there
thing
was
is-
something he done wrong.
Yeah,
So-
but
I don't think it's
these
the reason.
things don't always get
I'll tell you the
mentioned,
ins and outs, right? So Jake Clifford dropped. He's replaced by Dearden in the halfback position. Purdue plays 5'8". Zach Laybut comes back.
okay.
Zach Laybut, they have
They have
massive raps on
big,
him.
Big raps on
Yeah, well, before he got injured, yeah?
Yeah.
The ACL last year.
Yeah, he was having a cracker season.
Cracker season. We lost because of him.
Yeah.
He scored the match-winning try against us. Not the second game, the first time we
Yeah,
played
yeah,
him. But he's finally back. They have massive raps on him. I think he wants to keep Purdue and Labour in the same team.
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you drop Derby?
No, maybe it's also to transition Dearden as a halfback.
And Purdue was a
Because
5'8".
don't forget, he's not only one player shifted. That's 3 players now. One's
Yeah.
went in, Dearden to halfback, Purdue to 6.
Yeah.
It's a lot of change.
So it doesn't stop Purdue from running. He's going to run.
Yeah.
But it's about Dearden now shifting his game as a pure halfback.
I
Yeah.
could see it working too.
I can see it working too, but like the speed these guys have is out of this world.
Dearden getting the ball, yeah, true.
Guys, it's crazy.
They've always had pace. Dearden getting the ball 90% of the time, it sounds
That's
scary.
You know what's
It sounds
crazy?
very scary.
Everyone in the slowest person in their back line is their fullback.
Drink water.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got fucking pace to burn.
That's crazy. Manly are 1 through 18. The team that got fucking pumped by the Sharks. Surprise, surprise! It's not in 4 Pines.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shock.
I think they ran
He'll
out.
get moved last second.
to 4 Points. We need a bigger stadium.
Has it even worked out from being in 4 Pines?
not lately.
No.
Not lately.
Not lately. It was a
No.
fortress at the start of the year.
Start of the year was crazy, but they've fallen off a cliff. Who do you think? Who do you got in this game?
Who do I got? I got the Cowboys.
Swear to God.
Yeah, like, look, Cowboys should win this, but their discipline sucks.
Yeah.
So Seagulls can steal it from them last
But
few
everything
minutes.
you just said, just repeat it for Manly.
Yeah, their discipline too. Ola Kawatu is very weird this year. Very weird.
Hot and cold.
His first few games, everyone was saying it's his best season.
Yeah.
And then last probably 3-4 games,
Shut himself,
non-existent.
but-
not
yeah,
as
no.
damaging as you think Ola Kawatu
No,
can
No,
do.
but then he had that one game, I can't remember against who, where
Yeah,
he
it was-
tore it up.
Yeah, everyone he's hitting was just flying off him.
Yeah, and then he just died again.
I can't remember what game
Last
it was,
week, he
but-
didn't do anything.
And yeah.
Didn't
So,
do anything. I agree. I got Cowboys 1 and 12.
Yeah, we
I've
Cowboys.
got Cowboys 1 to 12 too.
Okay. Now, DCE,
Yeah.
he doesn't look... He's not enthused anymore. He doesn't.
Well, that's where their drop started.
Yes.
And I said his head's not there, and you both attacked me.
Yeah,
Well, we
did
didn't attack
especially.
you. We just disagreed with
No,
you.
no, I attacked him because
Yeah.
I don't believe in that stuff. But you know what? You're right.
He's
Is it-
spot on.
Because he's turned off the place. Why does he have to give his heart and soul like he has been for the past 10 years, 15 years, whatever, how long he's been there, because he's fucking a fossil now? Why? He wanted 2 years. They go, no, you only have 1. So why should I reward you and make you develop if I'm not going to be here next year?
That's not even the thing, Mo, right? The thing is, let's say for Dylan Brown, we're all giving him shit, right? Dylan Brown knew he was going to leave. Dylan Brown knew where he was going to go. He came out and said it straight away. It happened then, it finished, everyone's moved on.
Yeah, he ripped the
What's
band-aid
the
off.
difference?
Exactly.
What's the difference?
This guy hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came out and gave himself a full press conference.
That's the weird thing.
Very weird. Gave himself a full press conference, answered no questions,
And left everyone on red.
and left everyone on red, including his teammates. You think if you're his teammate, are you pissed?
Do you think his teammates don't know what he's doing?
I don't think they do.
Of course they do.
There's one thing to know.
It
There's
would've
one
leaked.
thing to be heard.
It'd leak.
It's not fucking the Tigers.
No,
where
it
everything
leak.
leaks.
It leak.
No,
That's
no.
too big of a story. It leak, 100%.
Surely there's his teammates that know.
It
What are you
leak.
saying?
The difference between Brown, he, it's not like he wanted a couple of years and Para said no to him. Para wanted him. He chose to leave. DCE, he wanted 2 years and they said no to him. That's where the sourness comes from. So that way he owes nothing to this club because they didn't give him what he wanted.
That's what he's saying. But what fucking 15 years keeping him there?
Yeah, well,
However long it was.
he didn't play his heart and soul into, like he didn't pour it into the club.
He did, of course he did.
Hey, what's
And
wrong
how did he
with
get
you?
rewarded? 1 year.
What do you mean? He took him to
A premiership.
2 grand finals,
One premiership.
1 premiership. He's kept him up there in the 8 for the last 15
That's
years.
my point.
100%.
He's put his heart on his sleeve, and they couldn't reward him with a 2-year
Oh,
contract.
sorry. I thought you said he didn't put his heart.
No,
No, he's saying he did.
poured
Oh,
his,
yes,
he
he
poured his
did.
heart and soul into this club.
Yeah.
And for him to come out and say, I reckon I can play 2 years, and they said, no, you can only have one, or fuck off. pretty
You
much.
know what looks worse about Moe? Is the fact that they've already made a good signing in Fogarty for 3 years.
Good signing.
So
That's
they're
fucking
not
beautiful.
they're not like on their knees now begging for him to stay.
Yeah.
So now that they've ripped off their band-aid and come out with their showed their colours, you might as well do it for your teammates. All right, you got a problem with
100%.
your management, but for your teammates' sake, say, look, I'm going Roosters next year, which everyone knows they are.
Yeah, it's
All right?
done.
I'm going to the Roosters. This is what my future looks like. Let's focus on this year and let's win the comp.
Completely agree.
But as long as you're sitting in that team, trying to run this team and not telling your own teammates the truth of what's happening in the background, keeping it as a business
But that's an
decision-
assumption
decision.
right now. That's an assumption.
Even
we're
if they
making.
do know,
Yeah.
put it out there.
All right, the fans. You think the fans don't?
I
they don't deserve
agree.
to know.
I agree. I agree that he should still show what you're worth before you leave. Give that team a last fuck you. Take them to the top 8, and then when you leave, let them know what they've lost.
Yeah,
All right, you're still a football player and a professional at the end of the day. They didn't give you what you wanted. Don't cry about it.
yeah,
I agree with what you're saying,
yeah.
but I don't know. Like his heart's not there. It's really in his hands. Like it's emotion taking over right now.
Oh, but like you said, it's veteran halfback, been out for 15 plus years.
Come out,
It's your last season
Yeah.
with the team that you literally bled for, and you know,
You backflipped on the Titans for.
bent over backwards for him. Like, just finish, go have a bang, and looks like he doesn't want to be
Just
there.
drop it now, like you said, rip the band-aid right off, and just
There it is.
coast it. Tell the team, this is where I'm going. This is my future.
Maybe that's what he needs to do to start performing. He's carrying too much on his chest for him to fucking think about playing football. Let it out there.
Yeah, but for me, it's literally he just owes it to the fans, and I think it's the right thing to do just to come out and say it. And I think it will help Manly as well.
I've got to agree.
Yeah, I think we'll help Manly as well. All right, we move on to the Sharks versus the Storm. For the Sharks, Hazelton is out, making way for returning Talakai, so it's just a straight swap on the bench. And Kamikamitha is back into the Storm's lineup on the bench. He takes over from Big Nelson, who scored a try on the weekend as well, but
Oh, but everyone did.
yeah, that is very true. And he gets dropped. Harry Grant, that's the big one, named on the extended bench. Do I see a late switch? It is a big game. The Sharks are a team that can cause you a problem. Does he get in last second?
I don't think I'll risk him. I don't think he'll risk him.
What do you reckon? It's very close to Origin too.
But he's a shooing.
Who?
Harry
Grant, yeah. If he's
a
fit,
shoo-in.
he's in.
He doesn't need to play into Origin, and he'll still.
100%.
And they're not. They're in the Sharks. Where's that?
I don't feel like
Melbourne?
the Sharks.
No, it's in Shark Park.
I don't think they're that much of a threat. The Sharks. Oh, look, Hines has been playing well.
Hines has pulled up heaps.
So has Trindle. They've all been playing well. Fucking their fullback Kennedy somehow became prime English,
Been on fire.
but I still don't.
But
reckon.
the Storms have been this.
He can still come
the
in
last
next
couple
week,
of
yeah?
weeks. Yeah, he can. Yeah.
So, yeah, he doesn't play this week. Versus the Sharks. Not the hardest team in the comp.
I feel like
he's
they're not.
No, they miss next week.
Are they buying next week?
No, but they miss next week because he's going to get picked for Origin.
No, it's not. Next
Yeah.
week is round...
12.
next week's round 12. They miss next week. I think you should play it this week.
I think he should too.
Oh, well, if there's a buy the week after, then
Do you want to chuck in straight
throw him
Origin?
in.
I don't think so. His
give him
body
some
can-
game time under his belt. Then
Harry
Maybe.
Grant is a player that can do it, but
Yeah, well, yeah, he can.
you know exactly what you get with him. 10 out of 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So you see the Sharks showing no threat to the Storm?
There's always a threat. Not really though.
No?
No.
Don't let the 64-0 minus.
Well, no, it's not the 64-0. It's the Sharks.
Melbourne have been very up and down last couple of weeks. Very up and down. I know they just come off a fucking thumping, but they have been up and down. Like before that, they were very inconsistent. They got 40 put on them by the Dolphins.
Yeah, but I think that plays a big factor in their mindset right now. And they'll be on a high right now. Pappenhausen was on levels.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And
Like I
if
said,
he-
broke every record.
If he comes out and does half of what he done last week against the Tigers.
Yeah, it'll be very hard to not win.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you reckon?
I got the Storms. I reckon it'll be a good game.
Yeah. Do you give
But-
the Sharks any hope?
Now, like you said, like Sharks, Storms are up and down,
Yeah.
but Sharks are just
Down.
not even inconsistent. They're just not. You know, I don't know, man.
They're
They
not
could-
them.
they
They're not
could
showing
win.
their potential.
They could win, but
Because they should have easily thumped fucking Manly with the way Manly was playing last week.
yeah.
And it took a Garrick era in the end for them to win.
You know what they've always
And it's
had?
a
in them?
magic from Billy Burns.
They're not a damn, what's that word? They can't put a team.
Away.
Yeah, like
They can't put them away. Yeah, I agree.
they just can't put a team away.
Yeah.
You know, they never come in and just flatline a team.
No.
They
Until
just-
they versus the Dragons. They do it every year.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
They don't have that. They don't have enough grunt in them to come in and just smack 40.
Listen,
And
you know,
they
do,
should,
do you
and they
want to,
should.
like last week when, no, sorry, yesterday's episode, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, it's up now. Just a quick,
What a plug.
you were talking about, what other game, bro? The video's over. You forgot they played.
Yeah.
You forgot the Sharks and Manly, that game happened.
Oh, yes.
That sums up the Sharks.
Yes.
Stale.
Yes.
They're so stale.
They
a good word.
don't, they,
I swear to
don't, they don't
God.
have that.
Yes, I know.
Let's come out. Let's pump this team. Let's move on next week and let's pump that
They
team.
don't have that grunt.
They want to come. They all play their game. You know, they're probably the most. I will always say this. They're the most balanced team in every position.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
They are. They have
On
the most
paper,
balanced
they're
team
fantastic.
overall, I reckon.
easily.
But they just can't put the sword. That's what I wanted to say. They can't put the sword to a team. And against Storms,
Not easy to put the salt to.
nope.
I see a world where the Sharks can win this game. I think it's going to be very tight. I think Melbourne win 1-12.
Yeah.
But I can see a world where the Sharks win,
Well, with
especially.
their team on paper, cuz, of course you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just waiting for it to click, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm
We've
waiting.
been waiting years, bro. It's not like their roster's been bad the past
I
couple
agree. Well, no, the past couple of years they finished top 4.
But they're finishing top 4, which is
Yeah.
weird.
No, they're not finishing top 4 this year.
Okay, well, since Fitzgibbon came in,
Yeah.
they haven't not
Every
made the
year.
8.
4th every year, top 4.
But even in the 4, none of us here have sat here and said, "Oh my God, bro, it looks like Sharks can win this."
Yeah, never.
Like,
That's true.
bro,
Never.
good luck to whoever's roosting him in the second round of semis,
Yeah.
whatever. You don't say that.
No.
They don't look deadly, bro.
They don't look deadly. They don't put the sword to teams. And against Storms, all right, Storms got him.
Yeah, I think Storms win 1-12, but I do see a world where if the Sharks it clicks for them, they can get the win. And you've got Storm 1-12, yeah. Moving on. Broncos versus the Dragons. Ins and outs. Let me get there. So Ben Hunt is out after doing his hammy. He's replaced by Ezra Mam. Welcome back. I hope you get fucking booed
He will
out of
get
the
booed.
house. Yeah, he got
Did I-
booed.
did I
They
tell you
booed
it's
him
about
at Magic
Magic
Round,
Round?
yeah.
You didn't, but I seen it on TV.
Yeah, they booed
Oh
him at
my
Magic Round.
God. It was so much louder than on TV.
Yeah.
So much louder.
Good.
And
Rightfully so.
I reckon from now to next year, he will get booed for every touch of the ball.
Yeah.
Was it the Broncos fans?
Every single
Everyone.
fan in that stadium.
Everyone.
I'm sure I looked somewhere and Kevin Walters was booing too. I'm sure I saw him somewhere.
And then for the Dragons, big out. Couchman is out. He's been one of their most
That's a
consistent players.
massive out.
Yeah. He's out. He's replaced on the bench by. Drum roll, please.
There's no drum roll. I said it yesterday.
Blake Loza Laurie.
Balake.
Blake, thank you. All
You know
right.
what they
And
call him and it burns me?
What?
Blocker. Like they're comparing him to Blocker Roach.
Like he's demolishing four packs.
Wallah.
Like he's up there paying us.
Because he's going to run.
Like he's taking his team to a grand final. Anyway, DeBella moved straight from the bench, starting prop, which I think it's the best move you guys can do to replace him. But fuck a Loza, or Blocker, I should say. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, bro. Have some
Right?
respect.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. He comes in on the bench. Fuck me, this game. The last time the Broncos were in headlines, and people were writing them off, and people were talking about Ben Hunt and the Broncos, are they gelling under Madge? They came out and absolutely destroyed the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Destroyed us, right? It's happening this week. The Broncos are just getting... There is nothing that hasn't been said about the Broncos.
Yeah.
Nothing. Fucking... what's his name? From NRL 360?
And that's
Buzz?
not-
Yeah, Buzz.
Buzz wrote a fucking article about how Maguire took him on a yacht.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, that's what Khay was telling me today at the gym. Apparently they're not bonding.
Yeah.
The team's not bonding. He's took him on a yacht to bond.
Yeah.
They're going to bondage the Dragons. That's what they're going to bond.
They're gonna this game, man.
If the Broncos are dead set, like I'm repeating myself because this is exactly what we said about the Bulldogs. We say all of us, and we said Bulldogs 13+, and they came out and like we still don't know what hit us.
They're 13 plus us in the first 15 minutes.
It was unbelievable.
Literally.
15 minutes.
It was unbelievable what they done to us. I don't want to see it. There is nothing more I'd love than to see the Dragons win this game.
Not with Toby Catchman out, bro.
I can't see it.
Not even with him there.
Yeah, no. With him there, you guys.
No, but everything
you guys
that's
look
happening with
good.
the Broncos.
Not even that.
Toby
Guys, put that
Catchman's good,
aside.
man.
Listen. If the Broncos lose, Maguire's gone.
Can I paint a picture for you guys?
What's a big
As in, he's
call?
not going to get sacked, but he's lost the dressing room.
I think he already has. But can I paint just a slight picture for you guys to just give you to put a nail in the coffin?
Here we go.
At one point in this game, right,
Yeah.
there's going to be David Clemmer and Laurie in the middle defending Payne Haas and Carrigan. So talk to me about it. And you have Sloan on the wing, ya Allah.
Because what world do we live in where Blake Laurie shares a field with Payne Haas? This is crazy.
That's unbelievable. We are.
This is like watching Roy Nelson
Guys.
up against Francis Ngannou.
I swear to God.
Kaz Cobbo is going to run an absolute train. He's going to run a train.
So
Sloan's going to leak 3 tries. The middle is going to get absolutely butt fucked. And the Dragons are going to get pumped for the first time this year.
What
Or
do you,
second
13
time.
plus?
Yeah, easily.
So are you telling me, and you can make the call if you want, do I captain Cobbo?
Yes.
Full captaincy, no vice captain.
No vice captain.
This is super coach related, guys. I will listen to the man himself.
Captain him.
Broncos 13 plus.
Look, with Toby Catchman in there, bro, you guys are going to get thumped.
If I'm saying it.
That's a massive out for you.
It's huge.
He's been your best player.
Cause, but even with him there, I would have said 13 plus.
Oh my god.
Cousin Ezra Mam is such a gun.
13 plus, but Egan and Hamish Stewart score 1 each.
I'd love that.
I'll be so happy.
You
for
don't
that.
understand how much stress and pressure Ezra Mem has taken off him fighting, off Adam Reynolds fighting with Ben Hunt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This has opened up a whole new world for the Broncos.
He's
And
literally
it's
come
going to
back at the
open up
perfect
every
time.
Dragons player's asshole like this.
I feel so sorry for him, bro.
But you know what the funny thing is? I don't care anymore. They have broken me. Let them get fisted week in, week out until these changes are made. If they're not made, I hope they get pumped 50-0 every fucking game.
Damn, he sounds like us, eh? 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I was yelling at the top of my lungs,
No,
looking
well-
into a camera.
my pain is just, it's not worth it anymore.
No, it's in there somewhere.
Oh, there's
So
too much of them.
why is Flanagan still
Comes
getting
out when you're
named?
one-on-one with your wife.
Yeah.
Why is he still getting named?
It's his son. What's he going to do?
Did you see what bro,
It's a fucking awkward... Wallah, it's an awkward
see what
dinner.
Anasta said about it?
What?
He goes like, what's going on here? Like,
Because the funny thing is there's some Dragons fans that believe he is the best pick to be there.
No, you have to put Glover.
not everyone gets footy, bro.
No, wallah. Because I read these groups and it fucking baffles me. I'm surprised I haven't lost hair at how much stress these comments give me. Oh, Flanagan's been our best week in, week out by far. Bro, 'cause,
Maybe Shane Flanagan doesn't get footy.
I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to see it.
Maybe he's... Anyways, man, Broncos 13 plus.
I agree.
Yeah, Broncos 13 plus. There's so much to talk about the Dragons, but
Cobbo to
I
score
can see
2?
it for days.
we don't have enough time.
Cobbo to score 2, you reckon?
No, well, who's the
No.
winger on Sloan's side? He's going to score about 3, and Cobbo's going to say
On the left side, you've got
what's his name?
Arthurs.
Arthur.
Oh, beautiful. I have him on super. I might captain him.
Shibasaki's going to be in for a field day. We move on to the Raiders versus the Titans. Big Red is back, seeing
Big Daddy Red.
Zach Hosking move from the front row, which he played last week, into the back row, covering for Nicholson, who's out. And then for the Titans, Jermaine Jolliffe is returns from his suspension. Jolliffe is back.
Wow, you look pumped.
Yeah, Jolliffe.
Why?
Love Jolliffe. Kieran Foran is back.
Is he playing?
Yeah, 14.
Is he?
I love to see it.
Oh, hey, that was their plan even from round 1.
There was, but you love to
Exactly.
see that.
100%.
Yeah, come
100%.
back, witness his team in
Guys,
the flesh
retire.
losing.
Retire at this point. Retire at this point.
It's good. It's going to witness him in a loss on the field.
He might want to get injured after
Not from
this
the
game.
grandstand.
He's going to run out there and do his hamstring just so he doesn't see him anymore.
Yeah.
After last week, I think this game only has one winner, surely.
Yeah.
I see the Titans holding nothing. I think Tino has a great game, just like he has every game.
True.
Bo Fillmore is going to keep doing what Bo Fillmore does, and I see the Raiders winning by 30. Straight up.
You know what? I'll back it.
Yeah, I swear
I'll
to
back
God.
it, honestly.
Yeah, I got Raiders, not by 30.
What, 29?
No, I reckon this would
40?
be a pretty good game. You guys are underestimating Titans.
I am.
Very, very
They've
much
just
so.
come
I
from a
don't
good win.
estimate them.
Very much so, and rightfully so.
They've just come from a good win against a good team.
The Knights.
Which you're struggling to beat,
Yeah,
guys.
no, honestly, I got just past 13 plus for Raiders.
Yeah, this is still a
Might as well
hammer.
be 30 at this time.
That was quick. Fuck, straight to the point. We
Well,
move
it's
on.
a dead rubber game.
We move on to the mighty Western Cats versus the Rabbitohs. Ins and outs for the Cats.
Okay. Versus Latrell Mitchell.
I swear to God, it's the Tigers versus the Latrell Mitchell. Tigers versus the Rabbitohs. Out. Pole out. He's been fantastic for the
He has been
Tigers.
solid.
He's out. He's replaced by Royce Hunt.
Oh my God, and I can't stand Royce Hunt.
Yeah, after
After that video, yeah?
that video that's emerged, but I want to headbutt.
There's
him.
a-
That rubbed a lot of people
He's
the wrong way.
walking around. He's sitting there eating his fucking KFC. The fat cunt, like he's been getting paid $800,000 a season, and he doesn't want to look at a fan. Bro, you're on fucking peanuts. They're barely giving you bare minimum,
No,
and
what
you
are
play
talking
5
about?
minutes a game.
No, they give him more than that.
Did you see all the comments, bro?
Wallah,
Some people were agreeing with him. How can you agree with that?
he's not.
I don't care if you're eating. I don't
But-
care if it doesn't matter. Like it's different if you're out there with your wife and kids and someone approaches you.
That's
For
what
their
I'm on.
safety is different. But it's you and your teammates are in an airport. You just move the fucking food away for a second.
Set your head like this.
I swear to God.
Literally.
Just do this. Just something.
Luai, I can't blame as much as Royce Hunt. Royce Hunt didn't even look at him.
Because but even Luai,
Luai, it's a shit go.
You're on the phone. Just hold on for a second.
And you're the man for the Tigers.
I know. Hold on for a sec. Smile. Get back on.
Imagine like Critter doing that to one of us. We'd be so upset.
I'd be so heartbroken.
Can I tell you his projection before you make your mind up on Royce Hunt? His projection every week, 15 points.
Yeah, well, he
That's
only
not a man
plays-
that can walk around and ignore fans. Your projection's 15 points. If you hold the ball, you get 15 points.
It is sad to see, especially like, all right, if he's coming first and he's undefeated. No, I'm not saying Bulldogs. I'm just saying,
No,
at least have a chip on your shoulder. They have chips on
No,
your
no,
shoulder.
no. No one should ever do that to a fan.
Yeah, no,
Karma
like-
came around and gave him 64-0 in the
I'll
arm.
tell
Honestly-
you. I'll tell you something. When I approached Todd Carney, he was being heckled by a fan. Like literally, a fan was up his ass, trying to like ask for a photo, and Todd Carney looked a bit frustrated, walking away. So I was in two minds. Like, do I ask him for an interview? What do I do? Once that fan walked off, I go, "Hey Todd, how are you? I don't want to waste a bit of your time." He goes, "No, what do you need?" Straight away. This guy just got heckled by a fan. I go, "I wanted an interview." He goes, "Of course. What do you need? What do you want to talk about? Origin? Origin, the game. Remember when I called you right after? I go, this guy wanted to give me all his time.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
gentleman.
What a gentleman.
Because
And-
I remember, like when I was a kid, I ran into Sam Cassiano and Frank Pritchard at an ATM.
Yeah.
I'm a Doggies fan.
At a ATM?
And at ATM
Okay.
in Liverpool, at an ATM, they're pulling out cash. I walked up behind him. I think it was like Sam Cassiano's first year. I looked at him. I'm like, "Are you Sam Cassiano?" He's like, "Yeah." He was so excited. I feel like it's the first time he's been noticed in public. Frank Pritchard turns around. My cock hit my chin. It was unbelievable. I was so excited. And they gave me the time. The guys at an ATM, he's pulling out cash. He turned around, started talking to me.
Yeah.
And then turned around and took his money out.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
I've seen them both at Lanier shops.
Yeah, there you
Both
go.
of them.
That's
I'm not a
what the
Bulldogs fan.
fuck?
Random, very random.
Yeah.
I'm not a Bulldogs fan. My sisters were. They took photos with him. I took a photo with them. That's how nice they were treating me.
That's what I'm saying.
That's nice. That's nice to hear.
Sonny Bill Williams, when we ran into him in the restaurant,
Yeah.
he was with his family. They weren't just eating, he was with his kids and wife. Bro, he got up, spoke to every single one of us.
That's so nice, bro. That's
This
just
is
so
Sonny
heartwarming.
Bill! Sonny Bill, not Royce fucking Hunt.
Even when Josh Reynolds ran into me, I gave him all the time of my day to take a picture with him because
Yeah.
he begged for a photo.
Yeah, I know, of course.
Josh Reynolds. And he wanted to
That's
interview.
top man he is. Huh?
No, it's top man. Carlos, everyone wants photos of Carlos.
But you gave him your time. That's all that matters.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it was so sad to see.
It's not because these 5 seconds that you turn around and take a photo makes a fan's day.
I swear to God.
Could make it off Harum. The bloke went out of his way, approached the team. It's
And you know
intimidating.
You know, it's fucking nerve-wracking,
It's
bro.
intimidating
who's
to
a
Wallah,
begin
it
with.
is.
He had a...
Yeah, I know. He
Yeah.
looked a little sick.
It's
Yeah,
intimidating
that's
to
what I
begin
see.
with for normal for
Maybe learning
anyone.
disability or something.
For anyone, it's intimidating. For this guy to have the courage to walk up to these blokes that get paid, you know what? It'd be understandable if they were in plain clothes. But when you are representing the Tigers and you're in the Tigers shirt, you are on the clock.
Yeah.
Take the photo. That's all I'm saying.
I reckon
Fuck you, Henny, for defending him.
If you're getting
Yeah,
TV
crazy.
time and you got a name and you've got your role model, that's the life you want. That's the life you got to live.
100% comes with the territory.
You get paid.
And,
You're not getting paid the 800 grand to not take photos with
Yeah,
fans.
comes with the territory. All right, Jack Bird, he's back. He replaces Hunt's spot on the bench, so he's just back on the bench. Stafford Toa returns. I feel like they've missed him a little because Naden's not the best rugby league
Hasn't
player.
been cutting it.
Yeah. He gets dropped. He's on the bench at 14. Talon De Silva gets dropped completely out of the squad.
That's a big call.
Crazy.
He's been fucking very good.
Very good. Very
I
good.
like
Other than
Talon De
last week
Silva.
where all of them can't.
Because he's been
talk
learning
about
his
it.
craft off Appy and it's showing.
Yeah, he's looking very good.
You can't drop him.
And he did. And the 14 is Brent Hayden.
What is he going to come on and play fucking hooker?
I don't know. The guy can't pass. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's
But
going
can't
on.
do nothing. His passing's gone.
I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, that's what's happened. Benji swung the axe. Go hard, son. And for the Rabbitohs, you'll have to see Alex Johnson returns, pushing Fletcher Myers back into the reserves. I'm so happy to see Alex Johnson because I want to witness history.
It's not going to happen.
What's going on? No, what? It's like 10 tries away.
He'll get injured
Speak.
next week.
I've missed like 3 games.
Is that what you're laughing at?
It's one button. 45 minutes, you're out.
I haven't done that since 3 games.
We spoke about the Bryce Hunt for 44 minutes.
You'll have to say Alex Johnson. I really want him to break the record.
Yeah, he's not going to, bro.
He surely.
But what do you mean surely? He's not going to.
He's so close
He couldn't
to
break
it.
a
Because
tackle
the bloke
to
can
save his
string
life.
10 games together, maybe, but he can't.
No, he's not going to. They're not going to hit his side too.
They won't re-sign him either.
No, they have to. Wallah, they
They
have to.
won't.
Surely.
No.
You just want to see the record broken, but they will not
Yeah,
re-sign him.
nah. Dragons will sign him, I reckon.
Well, how old is he?
He is.
38.
No, I think he's too young for you guys.
I was going to say, how old is he?
He's 30. Yeah, he's too young.
Yeah,
too young.
3 years.
He's got the same birthday as Saj. Wow. Except he's 2 years older. Sorry.
Yalla, explain to them who Saj is.
My brother.
Wallah. Good, bro.
I get excited because I love my brother. And I know you're watching.
You're
and I appreciate
he's
you,
definitely
bro.
not watching.
Yeah, he doesn't watch it.
Definitely doesn't watch.
He couldn't care less.
Score prediction or what?
Yeah, oh my God,
yeah.
bro.
Who do you got?
I got Tigers winning.
Yeah, I got Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
13 plus.
Wow, yeah.
What?
I'm joking. 1 to 12.
No,
I got Rabbitohs by 64.
I got Tigers winning 13 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah. I believe in the Tigers, man.
I do. I think they finished top 8, but
like
Last
them, we
week was
all
just a
like
hurdle. It was
We
a
all-
mountain of hurdles.
you know, like you gotta like the only reason I'm tipping Rabbitohs, right, and I think they're in a very in a tight one. Latrell Mitchell before Origin every year pops off. Every
Yeah,
year.
but he's not 13 players.
Yeah, Jamie Humphries is there.
Because Jamie Humphries is there. Alex Johnson's gonna break the record.
Tigers are better than the Rabbitohs, bro.
Yeah, but so
Agreed.
is everyone else that the
Agreed,
Rabbitohs have
but-
been beating.
Agreed, but they have Latrell, and they've got
Can I tell you
That
something?
fucking
Can I paint
coach-
another picture? Royce Hunt in the middle starting. The man that's worth only 15 points on Supercoach.
Why is he starting? Oh, for no Polo.
Polly's out
Is he going to do the damage Pole does?
You know what's we didn't talk about?
because he's gonna do damage. But
I told you if they beat Storms, they're gonna respect them. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever said in
you
my life.
tipped the Tigers.
I did.
Do you
Bro,
respect them?
that aged like milk.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Do you respect them?
No, like I can't believe I was saying that.
Yeah, hindsight's a funny thing.
It is.
All right.
Some people just don't get rugby league.
Well, I'm coming first in the tipping comps.
Yeah, you back? You jumped me.
I'm ahead of you. What do you mean I jumped you?
I was in the
I'm
league.
ahead of
Can we wrap this game up
2 weeks
before
ago.
you...
Rabbitohs. I think Latrell Mitt. That's the only reason. Before Origin, he always pops off.
I just can't give Tigers their flowers anymore. You
Kurt
told me to
Walker's
respect
back.
them last year. I can't. Last
Kurt
week.
Walker's back.
Who gives a fuck?
Cody Walker. No,
Is
he's
he not?
No,
Okay.
I've done my homework.
Humphries
this week,
is
guys.
playing better than Cody Walker anyway.
Well, Jaden Sullivan's a 5'8".
He's been doing good.
He's
too.
doing really
He's
well.
been doing
Really
very
well. Anyway, that's the episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Please, everything we spoke about today in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on it. All right. In the description below, you find our socials, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you're following. The bell, click it, stay notified. Like this video, share it, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.